Everybody, how's it going? I'm just looking at the stream right now. I got it pulled up. This is Monday casual proof. This is proof skin that you get by default, and then you got to upgrade. Of course, the suit, the tie comes in later. But how we doing today? Runeterra Academy Semester 3. We got a game for you guys today. Strap in your seats because we're about to jump right into it. With that said, though, you're not seeing my co-caster right now because he's not here yet. Maybe give him some time; he'll be here. But
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
oh, wait a minute, he's here. Miles is here
I am
from.
here. Yeah, sorry about that. I was in the shower, but I'm here. I'm ready. I'm ready to cast. I'm
Is your
super excited.
computer? Is your computer next to your shower? Is it like next to the showering place? Or next to your
I mean, it's like my room is. I have a bathroom next to my room.
Uh-huh.
That's how
Pretty
I do
fast.
things.
Got in
Yeah,
pretty
yeah, yeah.
fast, so you're just in time to see that this area got banned. Oops, the Jinx got banned. Oh no, Irelia off the table, and guess what? Karma banned. I was casting over this weekend, Miles, and guess what? Number one pick was for supports or just solo lanes in
Mhm.
general. Karma.
Yep,
Uh,
she's really good. What can I say? Enchanters do be hitting hard right now.
especially in this elo. Here we got GE having a little bit of a seizure, but they ended up picking Jin as the B1. All right, that's nice. We take those Jin games. And like I said, Miles, we sound like a broken record every time I'm saying it, but not a lot of coaches like Jin. So I don't know why Jin is number one picked. And I feel like I retweeted something yesterday saying that Jin and Thresh is like literally the lowest win rate
Yeah,
ever.
that I think Freak was the one who said that.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now,
yeah, yeah.
where,
Exactly.
Like, he's begging people not to pick Jin and Thresh, and I guess it's just how people a lot of ADC players are just used to playing Jin, especially nowadays where he is basically the utility ADC champ. Like when compared to other champions like Ashe and Sivir, Jin becomes the most favored just because of the amount of CC that he brings. And well, if you're not honestly, if your team style is just not playing through bot, you might as well have something useful down there, right?
Something useful. Name me something useful for a bot lane.
I'd say Caitlyn pretty good right now. Jinx especially with a very high win rate, really good right now. They're extremely useful as carries as well. I think it's just the utility. And if you want to play through a carry top, you want to have you can't have farming lanes on all three sides. Someone has to lean back and play the initiator. And Jin is really good at doing that. That's why I think teams still like to favor him, even if the stats say he's not ideal.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this Jin pick fares out for glue eaters. Hopefully, you're not eating glue right now, right? You would hope that.
I hope that.
How we
Otherwise,
got?
it would be a short series probably if that was the case. So hopefully not.
Yeah. Imagine Mountain. They're just gonna cruise through it on if that happens. They are on the red side though. Still, there's that possibility that might be able to go away with a counter pick here, and that's the beauty of playing on the red side.
hmm Pretty much allows you to notch your hand. I still don't have. I'm still not looking at the draft, so give me 1 second before I can analyze what's going on.
Well, I'll tell you what. Soraka is locked and loaded.
Oh,
All right. So
are
that's
we
a
going
big
full
oop.
C9.
Yeah, we're
Going
going.
for
Going for a little bit tribute for LS Church of LS. Will be missed, but his legacy lives on beyond his run with C9.
It lives
so
on.
that's
It
nice to
lives
see.
on. Yep, it lives on in Runeterra Academy. Let's go. That's what you like to see.
Hey, first-hand experience here with Soraka. I did see it yesterday, and I think a lot of people are running Senna and Soraka here. So it's like double healer. Is we're playing
Yeah.
Overwatch now, not even League anymore.
We're going for the goats meta.
Yeah, it's good to see though. A lot of teams don't know how to answer this Soraka pick, Miles. A lot of teams don't know how to kind of build against it as well. Like, what do you even run? Do you have to run Morellos if you're a mage? You have to go Grievous Wounds. Make a Wish is working for a lot of people. When I say Make a Wish, that's Soraka's ulti. It's called the Wish.
Yeah.
But the Blitz is banned as well as the Nautilus is banned as well. The Tryndamere off the table.
Makes
For
sense.
now, Imagine Mountains, they don't want to deal with any hooks.
Yeah, definitely. I imagine that Soraka is going to the bot lane. If Ziggs is going bot lane as well, that's going to be a very annoying lane to deal with because they can outrange Jin. And if the support is also a melee type without a hook, then they could be in a lot of trouble as well. They may be defaulting into Thresh at this point, but very low win rate, as you said, but maybe it can work out, especially because looking at the comp that Blue Eaters are putting together, Karthus and Graves gonna be very hungry for a farm, wanting to scale into that late game, and when they get there, it can be really deadly. And even if Ziggs is all the way across on the other side of the map, Karthus can still ultimate and kill him.
Who doesn't love Karthus, right? I mean, Karthus is one of those junglers that you need to perma farm and no ganks. So for Jarvan, at least on the side of Imagine Mountains, he should be well assured and not worried of what's going to happen from the other side. Like, he's not going to worried about, is Soraka going to be fine in lane? Is Akshan going to be fine in lane? Well, yeah, they are, right? Karthus is not going to be ganking until 6. So he just really wants to be farming to get that level 6, and then he's going to be making a lot happen on the map. So Jarvan, in the meantime, has to find some answers and maybe punish the playstyle that Karthus desperately needs.
Yeah, definitely. Akshan being picked up here, though, possibly going towards the top lane to fight against this Graves, and he would be pretty good too, especially when using his passive to counter what Karthus can do with his ultimate, and Senna being picked up. So looking at it's looking gonna be poke against poke here in this bot lane, heal against heal. Should be an interesting one to watch from an analytical standpoint. Not so sure from a viewership standpoint, though.
I think viewers will love watching this. I mean, a lot of people like seeing Soraka, right? Is unpopular opinion, but they probably do. Love seeing Soraka and Akshan too, with huge resets coming through. It's gonna be a team comp that is relying on resets, relying on heals. So they're not like really going in burst mode on you. In fact, they're doing the opposite. They're going, okay, we're gonna initially trade with you a little bit here in the team fights, 5v5s, get our feet wet here in the river. But wait a minute, if we don't want to commit, we're not gonna fight you. We could just sustain. So the longer the team fights go, IM are gonna look to be better.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I am have a lot of things going for them in the late game and a lot of things going for them in the 5v5, right? Especially with the Orianna Jarvan combo, as you said. But it's not like Blue Eaters have no answers to that either. I think if we really get later and later into the game, the scaling will just overpower anything that that IM will bring to the table. So, but yeah, they have to get there first, and to do that, they can't let IM stack dragons and get to the soul before they do and stuff like that. So it's gonna be tough to call between these two because we have a lot of playmakers, but Blue Eater. But we have a lot of playmakers on IM side, but they are on a timer.
Blue Eaters, I think, also have a very, very good comp here, Miles, right? I'll do like the Senna. So if the game goes on long enough, guess what? You gotta just hit that button FF real quick, because 1 hour into the game, if it goes that long, I'm exaggerating here. I'm being a little bit sarcastic and exaggerated. Dramatic, but Senna has that ever scaling passive, which is going to be huge here if they are getting all the resources, if they're getting kills, they're getting objectives on the map. Guess what? Senna stocks are going up. Orianna here has a lot to do as well in team fights. We have to look out for her ultimates, right? So is it going to be on short cooldowns? Is it going to be used sparingly? Is it going to be used conservatively? It depends, right? Because Jarvan as well has a cataclysm to make things happen. All I care about here is if Karthus is gonna get punished heavily because it's a Karthus, or is just gonna have free farm until level 6, and then level 6 he gets just insane shutdowns, turn things around. So for Blue Eaters, they have a very good team comp. I'm not disregarding that at all, but I feel like for IM, they could just heavily punish that team comp right now, especially early.
Yeah, they definitely could in the early game. As soon as I see an advantage coming from up, sorry, there's a train on the background, but as soon as I see
Get out of the way, Miles. Get out of the way. It's Hawkman. Get out of the way, Miles.
As soon as I see one advantage in one lane going IM's way, I think they're gonna try and push that and go invade into the jungle to try and shut down this Karthus immediately. But yeah, as you said, many ways for them to be able to play this out, and I do agree that I do like Blue Eater's comp a lot. I think my only biggest question mark is the Rise, and wondering what he's really doing there, what he's offering to the team, because a lot of people like to build Rise as a tank now and basically as a teleport bot, and fighting against IM, you kind of want to be as far away from them as possible, so you don't want to be trying to flank with the Rise. So it's kind of a weird dynamic. He feels off with regards to the team comp, but at the rest, they will engage you from downtown. Jhin opens up with his ultimate, and suddenly there's a Senna ultimate as well coming from you out of range, along with the Karthus along with the Karthus ultimate coming down upon you. It's just how do you even get close?
Yeah. How do you even get close? And let me ask you another question, Miles, because we're just having fun today. It's Monday, right? Starting the
Yeah.
weekend off a little bit slow. I mean, the weekend was good, but now starting the week a little bit slow. And we're packed, ready to go. What I'm trying to say here as well is let's take things slow, right? Let's re-examine one thing for both teams. So if you get to keep one champion from Glue Eaters, which one will it be? And if you get to pick one champion from IM, which one will it be? Just to keep. The rest of them could go. The rest of them could go have fun on the fields or whatever. But if one champion is you keep from either side, which one will it be? For me, at least for this game, it's going to be Akshan for IM. And my answer, I mean, I'm just answering my own question at this point, putting my own horn. But from GE, I would love to keep the Karthus because I just want to see Karthus game and Akshan game. That's just what I'm about right now.
You just want to see the action, true PvP fashion. But I actually agree with you on the Karthus part. I think he's absolutely going to be the essential point for GE's team comp. And on the other side, Akshan is like the one of the most exciting part. And I think hard to call. Probably Soraka, maybe. Technically
Okay,
speaking. Because the
all
others
right.
can be interchangeable with other champions. But I think Soraka kind of brings something unique to the table.
Oh, well, if you're not a Soraka hater, then this would be the stream for you. But if you are a Soraka hater, just listen to my voice. I'll be roasting it the whole time. It's all good. But we're chilling, though, right now as we wait for the teams to load into the screen. One thing, though, now I asked that question. Let's move into the bigger picture here and analyze these two teams. What are the win cons for IM? What are the win cons for GE? And like you said, there's a timer, right?
Yeah.
What are the things that we need to be worried about as casters and viewers here for both these teams?
Well, if you're a fan of IM, you definitely have to be worried about the scaling from GE. It's absolutely, it's absolutely big. They have a Karthus, they have a Graves, they have a Ryze, and a Senna. Jhin, at the super late game, he can start bursting down targets too, but he's not gonna be there for doing too much damage. He's gonna be there to provide CC and to cover his team from long range. But yeah. If you're IM has to be worried about the scaling coming from the enemy team. Meanwhile, for them, the key to them winning is to be stacking those dragons, to be finding 5v5 fights early into the game and in the mid game in order to start snowballing.
So snowballing, and there's a timer that IM have to be worried about. The Senna scaling, the Ryze scaling there. The Karthus doing so much AP damage too. From IM, though, they're probably just going to be chilling in the early game. So let's see if they're going to utilize that downtime to make things happen on the map and get some pressure, competitive advantage wherever they go through this Jarvan. So Craze Juggernaut has some responsibility here, at least in the first 3 to 5 minutes, to make some plays at least happen when an Angry Cupcake is just on the downtime, just farming it up here in the farm simulator. With that said, we're going to hop into a break, toss it over to break. We'll be right back after that with this first game between Glue Eaters versus a match. We'll be right back.
Am I breaking through? Will you feel me too? I still wanna run to you. Am I breaking through? Will you feel me too? Am I breaking through? Will you feel me too? Am I breaking through? Am I breaking through? Am I breaking through? Am I breaking through? Am I breaking through?
Hello, how's it going? It's a Monday night special here. Miles is here finally after taking a shower. I'm here
Yeah.
looking like a default proof skin with no suit and tie. But it's all good. We're rolling with the punches today. We got some action. An angry Cupcake is definitely angry about something. He's just going after Crazy Juggernaut for some reason. An untold reason we need to find out. But Monkey's around the
Man.
corner as well, but no early events are
They keep
happening.
going. Okay, there we go. It looks like Juggernaut's winning the skill shot war right now. Oh man, Angry Coco, he's not gonna be happy with that one.
He's already angry about something. Now he's gonna be mega pissed. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah,
Um,
he gets to take it out on the blue buff though, so it's all good.
I think he gets to take it out the next 6 levels. I mean, he just needs to bottle that in, and then maybe he can make plays happen. Now, Wake OG spots them out. They're giving a bot side leash. So I wonder how Angry Cupcake is going to approach this. Is he going to go red into the enemies, or blue
Wow.
into the enemies red? As Arthas, we know how he could get a little handsy.
That's a good question. Karthus is probably one of the fastest clears as a jungler right now. And we'll see what Angry Cupcake decides to go for. He could decide to go for an invade, but it would be a bit risky without priority from either mid lane or top lane. And you know, if you're Karthus, you definitely want to minimize risk in the early game because you definitely feel like you're not a champion until you're level 6.
That is true, but also taking a lot of risk could reward you later on. For example,
That's true. That's true.
If Crazy Juggernaut goes to the red side to his red buff and is like, oh, wait a minute, it's not here, then he's just going to be scratching his, finding some answers. Maybe he will gank, maybe he won't. Maybe he'll be a camp behind, putting him a little bit behind on his HP. So we don't know, you know, and sometimes risks are good. But like you said, Miles, on Karthus, especially early on, don't necessarily want to be taking those risks.
Yep. I think if anyone's going to be taking the risk, it's Crazy Juggernaut on this Jarvan. Wants to be able to invade, wants to get his team ahead as soon as possible, get things going, get the action started. That's what Jarvan is good for. That's why you go for the pick. Maybe even try to go for something here in this mid lane with Sir Zephyr. Looking a bit weak right now when regards to health, as trading going on in the bot lane, just using that range to their advantage. The poke wars continue to go in favor of the bot lane of Blue Eaters.
Blue Eaters are just getting fed right now, a little bit slow, steady. Wins the race, so they're not really too
Here we
concerned.
go.
But here's the level 3 action coming through. Crazy Juggernaut setting up for this play, and here he comes. Pours out the flash from Sir Zephyr. Another flash follow-up. Monkey goes in for the kill. It's good. And there is the first blood. 1-0 start for Imagine Mountain.
Yeah, there we go. Predicted. Sir Zephyr overextending quite a bit with low health. I think he was in a desperate situation trying to go for a push, unfortunately not able to get anything out of it, and instead had to give his life. But there were some flashes, both used. Both were used by the Jarvan and the Orianna, so there is room to maneuver if if anyone wants to make a play. But you know, it kind of has to be a passive early game coming from the side of Blue Eaters.
Leaders are now on the back foot, at least for now. This is what we anticipated, right? So far, pretty standard. We weren't like, oh wow, like Angry Cupcake was gonna make like level 3 plays happen. We were like on the other side, oh, Crazed Juggernaut has to make something happen because he's playing the Jarvan into this Karthus, so we just saw that firsthand. Sir Zephyr, little overextension from his part.
Yeah.
No summoners available now. Had to burn TP to get back into lane because he didn't want him lose any more CS.
Yeah, I think it was a mistake for him to use his flash at that regard. I think he was just, I think he was just 100% dead there either way, and I think he probably could have just saved his flash for another time at that point.
He is the Rise. He desperately needs that, especially when you get rooted by the Shockwave now, level 6 approaching Orianna. And here we go, 2v1 happening. Arthur Dent goes in, flashes in for the
He's
kill.
going in.
Oh no! He gets blocked. Are you kidding me? Crazy Juggernaut around the pick, scoops up the kill, cashes out. 5 minutes into the game, and so far, Jarvan has been able to do a lot of plays.
Pre-Rick Graves has forgotten that.
He wants to forget that. He wants to delete that from his memory. He's just
that was just an unfortunate series of events. Arthur Dent tried to go for a play, unfortunately didn't work out. Really well played though by Dinosaur, hiding behind the pillar in order to make sure that the Graves auto attack couldn't get him, and at that point it was just easy pickings. Jarvan continuing to be impactful as ever. Wake OG doing the job of roaming though as the support, making sure that his mid laner is able to get the push and is able to safely back, because otherwise it's just gonna be Orianna dominating this lane.
Yeah. So Orianna, so far, so good. Especially playing into the Rise. It's like the dream for any control mage in the mid lane. It's going to be a nice and even lane.
Uh-oh.
No. Oh, there it is. A root comes through the
No.
The Soraka's around the corner in the vicinity, and heals are back up. And we're fine. And we're just fine like that, and that's why Soraka is so broken in lane.
That's why everyone loves Soraka, right? That's the exact example. Yeah. I think everyone has felt that in solo queue, where you're so close to getting the kill, and then Soraka is just there. So Stebby doing a good job protecting his quote-unquote ADC.
ADC always needs to be pampered and protected. It's like having a baby. You always got to make sure they're getting fed, they're getting nurtured, and you know, who's better to do that than the Soraka? Stebby piloting this champion, already having to use the heal, but wait a minute, here we go, the flag thrown out, Dragon Strike for the engage. For Zeppi is just gonna walk away with the thrown out the Ruin Prison too. Safe and sound. Here comes Last Embrace. Soraka gonna get engaged on. Stebby has to flash away from Death's Reach, but here comes Arise ulti. Oh, but gets knocked into the turret. Oh, Echelon with the play of the day. Punishes that Rise. Rise is having a bad day today, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know. I saw what they were going for. It was okay to try and go after the Soraka, but the positioning, it was just beautiful from Echelon. able to get that blast back. Wait, not the blast back. The I forgot the name of
his satchel charge.
Yeah, satchel charge. Blast back is Raze's ability in Valorant. I keep mixing those two up. Both characters really love explosions, but yeah, Echelon. Someone clipped that. That was really funny.
That was really funny. No, we got some good stuff coming out from IEM. They're not playing like a team who's 1-2. They're playing like a team who's 3-0, which they aren't playing into the team that's 3-0. That's the funny thing here. Now, Curtain Call opens up. Stebby does not have the wish yet. Echelon is engaged up. That's the Last Embrace. Finds the double stun. And here comes the Karthus ulti. Requiem.
Not gonna get anything. That was
not
close.
gonna connect.
Yeah, close but no cigar. Just like Graves.
That was close, but it was like felt like a mile away still. The Karthus just slaps the wrist with the ulti.
Yeah, you feel like you'd like to get some use out of that ultimate. I think the kills would have been nice as a bonus, but Karthus right now farming very fine, very far ahead of Crazed Juggernaut right now, who has been very active throughout the laning phase, trying to get his team ahead. But the gold lead is still pretty much even, and that's exactly where Blue Eaters want to be. Even if the kills aren't going their way, it doesn't really matter if they can continue to scale up.
And the Jhin also is looking good in lane. Couple of CS ahead. That's like 10, 13 CS ahead of this Ziggs here. Ashelon, who did pick up a kill nonetheless, right? Rise
It's
just died
around 8
to his
CS,
bomb.
I'd say.
Yeah.
I forgot the actual estimate. That's around 8 to 10 CS, one kill's equivalent to.
Yeah, so not that bad. They're almost even in lane. But now that they have their ultis, it's going to be a different question. Stebby still super close to that level 6. Wish, which could turn tide of the fights.
Yep, wait, Sir Zephyr, he's here right now, trying to get something done. Not gonna be finding anything though. Dragon's not up yet. It's still 2 minutes and 30 seconds away. I guess just trying to be active on the map, making sure that they have pressure down there on the bot side. Continuing to make sure that Ziggs isn't safely farming, that Stabby has to be careful before he goes roaming, and make sure that the attention of the jungler is down there as well. Because
Yeah.
if you're the enemy jungler and you see people moving towards and you see your opponents moving towards the bot lane, you kind of want to be there too for the counter gank.
Everybody is just super active on the map. They're rotating. They're actually doing a good job not showing themselves, especially the junglers right now. Sir Zephyr goes in, especially the bot lane. It's 3v2 happening right now, but Monkey, again, against this Rise, it's an even lane for this Orianna. So Monkey is just chilling. Just waiting for that Unleashed TP maybe to make a play, but
Bondi and Wake OG just lost their flashes. I think Jarvan made the play. Here's Juggernaut with his ultimate, with his Cataclysm. Just got rid of those, so that's a really vulnerable spot right now. A chink in the armor that maybe IM can exploit.
yeah, they have been exploiting a lot here early on, and that is due to this Jarvan realizing the matchup, realizing that Karthus is not a champion right now. So he's just like a man advantage in every single lane. We saw that gank in the mid lane and that gank in the top lane. And now bot lane, Bondi and Wig are just feeling the pressure right now. They don't have a flash. They have to be careful as to not get caught again.
Oh wait, Dinosaur though making play.
But yeah, Dinosaur goes in for the play. You know, it's auction. You don't want to be anywhere near him. He has a lot of mobility. Juggernaut now is going to get engaged on, but the Dragon Strike goes away. Hopefully forget after that.
Yep, looks like still things are still calm, which definitely still goes in Blue Eater's favor, who are ahead in gold right now by 600. I think all of that is on Karthus right now, who is farming up a storm.
Yeah, he's just farming. Like, he's just farming, and, like, it hasn't translated to any kill participation just yet. But it's a ticking time bomb, to say the least, right? So, Crazed Juggernaut still has the pressure on him to make plays happen and be that man advantage in these lanes. And maybe going for a play bot lane as he's tapping, farming from the top side to the bot. And there is going to be the Drake spawning in 4 seconds.
Yep, that's going to be a point of contention right now. Blue Eaters want to take that. Meanwhile, they'll want to be stacking the Drakes first. The fact that they lost the first one means that they're essentially losing. The ticking time bomb went by faster, right?
Yeah.
They're giving a bit more of an advantage over towards Blue Eaters. And Blue Eaters, I think, it looks like they might be going over to contest.
Red team has slain
They
the
just
dragon.
did that. They just did
Alright.
that. No punishment.
Yeah.
No resistance whatsoever from Blue Eaters. Blue Eaters are like, just have it. You know, it's we got
fine.
X-Kick Soul, Miles. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting. That's something that you really want as a team.
Yeah, if you're the team that wants to make plays, the gates allow you to be able to get onto the backline immediately if you don't get punished for it. I have seen some even teams at the pro level where they absolutely int it. They take the gate over to the other side only to get jumped on, and Bondi in a lot of trouble. He has no flash.
Bondi
Ah!
gets rooted up,
Look
but
at
Crazed Juggernaut goes down, but instantly he's traded. Karthus ultimate thrown down as well. That was a 1-for-1 in the bot lane. Jungle for ADC. IM still have the pace though. They still have the control over the macro. Shockwave comes through in the mid lane. Sir Zerpy can get engaged on. He has his ulti, but he's not finding any plays yet. That's what the downside of Rise is, right? Like, you just have that ultimate. Good luck with you. Good luck with
Yeah, he
throughout
has
the
that
game.
ultimate, but no one on his team really wants to go in, which is the big problem. Right?
Yeah. Who are you gonna realm in? Here comes Angry Upkeep. He flashes.
they go for more.
Not in range.
Flash. Yeah, flash exchange for flash there, so not a bad trade, at least. The fact that, you know, Angry Cupcake able to get there, provide more pressure towards the mid lane, where Giuseppe is starting to come a bit alive in this matchup. Even though he's 0-2 down, definitely not showing it in regards to his movement as Monkey. In a lot of trouble now. He has no ultimate either.
Second time will do the job.
Oh.
Nicely done. An Angry Cupcake finds the first kill in the game. That's a 2-4. Glue Eaters are actually in the lead somehow.
Yep. Despite the plays earlier, they just kept up and farm again and again. Dinosaur tried to go for a play, not gonna happen.
Oh, here comes that ulti that we're talking about. Is it going to be useful? Realm Warp with this Ezreal. He comes in hot. Andy as well throws out the curtain call, and Ashelon is just going to DP. You're not going to go away, though. Wake OG finds a second in the game. 14 minutes on the clock at 4-4. Glue Eaters are off to a great comeback.
Yep, they are. I mean, it doesn't really feel like a comeback if they were never really behind when it comes to gold either. Honestly, and they tried.
So true.
They tried to make plays to get themselves ahead, but it just didn't work out. Karsus is farming, just continues to keep farming. Now he's also stacking that Dark Steel, and he's going to continue to get stronger and stronger as the game continues. Meanwhile, Glue Eater's not afraid to make plays like that either. I was talking about how no one really wants to go in on the side of Glue Eaters, and Sir Zapper's like, fine, I'll do it myself. I will go in myself, get the flank, and they were able to get the bot lane.
Yeah, it just they were in the driver's seat despite them losing on the macro plays. Like the kill participation wasn't there. You know, we're at some point we're at 3-0 in favor of IM, but still through that farm, through that Karthus, they maintained their lead. So that is now we're seeing it firsthand how it's translated into these plays. Here comes Juggernaut.
Oh, they're going for more!
Play Shockwave into the Catacombs and brings them to Karthus. Ulti Requiem for a
Oh my
dream!
gosh!
We'll find you the kill. And Angry Cupcake is unstoppable. Monkey rather, is going to find a kill onto the Senna as well. So 2 or 1 for 1. Not so bad. Kills.
That's what I mean by range, right? You can just make a play, and then from across the map, here comes the artillery. It's so hard to deal with if you want to try and do something, because there's always seems to be a response ready.
Yeah, Monkey made a good play happen there and was in the range to pull off that trade, at least for now, right? Jarvan has been getting the short end of the stick here, second time in a row.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, honestly. He does have his completed item, so that is a decent power spike for the Jarvan to be in. And the Dragon is going to be coming up soon. Both teams will probably be fighting here as Monkey might be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he's really eyeing that mid lane. This is probably the third time he's here. He's not growing tired of seeing Orianna, which is, I guess, something nice. An Angry Cupcake now fully ready with the Ludens, as well as 5 stacks in the Dark Seal. They got control of the bot lane and the bot side objective, so which is good for them.
Excellent.
Nice, got to be logging, I guess. Angry Cupcake goes in. Ashelon is in a lot of trouble.
Oh!
EW will connect, and that means that Wake finds the kill. Stebby still under the turret, but very low. Sir Zerpy wraps around the realm. And now the last one to bite the dust is the Soraka. Goodbye laning phase. Goodbye objective. Here comes Glue Eaters. They're in full swing in the game.
Yeah, they're choking this game out of IM's control right now. Just completely wrestling it out of their hands. They're going for the Dragon as well. This guaranteed going to them. And now for the jungle creep to make sure that enemy team falls further behind. It's just it feels like there's nothing IM could do. It just feels that way.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
Maybe they could load up Solitaire on their computer and take a crack at that. I don't know.
There's one objective they're taking though, the Rift Herald. So that's at least
It's an
the
early risk.
consolation prize for themselves. If they can use it to get some gold, maybe get some bounty gold for themselves, that would be super good for them. But
No plate
it feels
stuff, so...
it feels rough. It feels rough right now. 6,000
Yeah.
gold lead.
Yeah, and 18 minutes. This is like... I don't know how they're pulling off this type of lead this early on, but I think it's now coming in an image. Like, we're focusing on an Angry Cupcake who's being that player, finds the lead. Has to go bound.
Oh!
Monkey might be able to find a Pele here with the shotgun. Cataclysm goes
Of
in.
course!
Now make a wish as well. Comes through from Stevie. That's not enough. Senna
Definitely
finds
not.
the 5th one. Senna's looking scary with the Eclipse as well.
Yep, definitely. Arthur Dent, meanwhile, trying to get the
Dent.
kill onto Dinosaur, trying to get the 1v1 off. This is Graves, so he can probably tank so many things. But right now, that's the least of Dinosaur's worries. So many things going wrong right now. There's Angry Cupcake who's getting stronger and stronger, and Arthur Dent, he has no fear.
All collateral damage is available. Was used.
Oh!
Dinosaur on the turret. This is gonna be the second time around. Are you kidding me? Arthur Dent
Okay.
can't get it. He looks so close, and like Dinosaur's just dangling the carrot in front of his face, like, "Hey, you didn't get me, hey." And then an angry Cupcake was like, "I'm gonna help you with the ulti. Requiem, Graves, you deserve it." There's that kill.
You
Finally
notice how
traded.
much? You notice how much damage that Requiem did? Stevie was put to half health.
Oh wow, wow, that's just a lot of damage right
That's
there. That's a lot of damage that you just have to base. Last Embrace just misses.
yeah, barely.
Juggernaut.
I think
Has to be
Stevie
careful.
dies immediately if he gets stuck right there. Crazy Juggernaut spotted and will use the smite to secure his own jungle camps. He has to at this point because they're losing control over the entire side of the map. Already lost every single tower,
Yeah.
and now they're having to defend their tier 2s. The dragon is going to be coming up in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so that's time for them to be able to farm to get some items to get ready for a 5v5 that will definitely be happening there.
And no matter how much you heal as a Soraka, your entire team, it's not going to save them from this Karthus. It's not going to save them from Bondi as well as Wake because they got so much DPS as well as burst on their side to just be able to lead anybody despite the heal coming through. So I do like that we're seeing that even players who are running, teams who are running heal comps, they're not just like hella getting win rates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Angry Cupcake, when you play Karthus, you kind of just warp the game around yourself, right? Everyone has to cater to your playstyle. And right now, he's very close to Flame Horizoning Crazy Juggernaut at the moment. Angry Cupcake keeps this up. He's just getting stronger and stronger as time goes by. And ticking time bomb starting to tick down real fast for IM.
This is salvageable, I feel like, still for IM.
Oh, yeah,
because they got
definitely.
really great ultimates if they can put it to work. However, this is the test we're talking about. Ashelon does find the early damage onto the Rise. Rise is just going to walk away and get healed up. But for now, though, this is really good time for IM to just, like, get control of their own jungle back and maybe even set up for further objectives by pushing the waves because Baron has some bounty on it. The mid lane turret is about to fall. It has some bounty on it. So they do have a couple of ways to get back into the game.
Yeah, definitely. They could decide to up pressure mid by sending Ziggs down there. But 1 minute till the dragon comes up. And they're getting ready. Items already up for it. I mean, the item disadvantage right now, it's not too bad. Most people have 2 items on either side. But still, I think definitely a fight would still be favored by... Oh, wait.
So actually,
Alright.
finding the poke, at least for now. The Sir Zerpy is just dueling with Ashelon over in the bot side of the jungle. We're not getting a breakout fight just yet, a 5v5, but it looks like they want to take control over this Drake. At least IM put down a pink ward there and have
Scalper
multiple
coming.
members here. Have all their members actually, but they have to be careful of double flanks. Arthur then comes in. Really hot.
Oh.
Figurehunt does not find anyone with the Cataclysm. Arthur then
Stebby.
goes in as well, finds one. Stebby goes down now. Dinosaur finding damage. Maybe he could retaliate.
no.
He needs to be the carry for his team, but Karthus says, no,
Oh.
not like that. Realm Warp to just wrapping around the corner, and here comes the Rise ulti. High impact plays. Zerpy will find the kill. Now Dinosaur left lonesome. Can he get away from here? He does
I don't
have
think he does.
his shenanigans, but yeah, that's an ace right there. Just easy peasy. They do it yet another time. 15-6. 46, what is that? 47,000 goal lead. Only 36k. That's just a lot.
Yeah, it's just unbelievably hard right now for IM. it did look a bit comebackable from before that fight, but after that one, it's looking real rough right now. They would need a miracle for themselves to be able to get back into this. Possibly a throw coming from the side of Glue Eaters to be able to even think about mounting a comeback here, because they're just too far behind right now. And we saw in that fight, it wasn't even a straight up 5v5. They got flanked on all sides, surrounded, and they weren't able to burst anyone down. The moment you get surrounded, you try to break through one side, right? But people were way too separated. They couldn't concentrate onto one target, onto one side, and unfortunately, with the damage spread out, no one gets taken down on the enemy team. So Glue Eaters get away scot-free.
Yep, they get away scot-free. Not only they do get the another objective, they're one more away from Hexgate Soul, which, like we said, you do need that if you want to battle the back line. We're at a point where, you know, we were talking about how salvageable this was for IM, but IM don't have that damage on their side. Yes, they have those big ultis coming through, but we saw in that glimpse and that short trade that Grace Juggernaut went all the way out. Tried to zone out Bondi, tried to make a play happen.
Bondi.
They just instantly flashed the Cataclysm, but here we go. Bondi might get it.
It was a trap.
Oh, he does get the shotgun to
it.
Aktron. Does find the kill, at least for now. I mean, that's still something. That's so worth. On top of that, they get the bounty to play. They're on a roll.
Every kill right now will be worth for the side of IM as they try to mount their comeback. It's gonna be hard though, and the flank's coming in from Rise.
Rise wanted to go in there, but was
Okay.
like, it's too many people. Too many people to worry about.
Yeah.
CCs coming through the shock.
Red
is
team's turret
available.
has
Meanwhile, Graves though, Arthur Dent just pushing.
Arthur
We
Dent is happy
completely
today.
forgot about him. We completely forgot about him. We just took down the inhibitor turret.
Yeah, he's just making moves, man. He's just making moves. At least for now, though, we see that Dinosaur is capable of carrying. It's just that he needs to pull off, like we said, a miraculous play to come back. He does have the Kraken Slayer, so that is really good against targets like the Rise, like the Karthus, as well, just to be able to put on damage multiple enemy members from Blue Eaters, right? Blue Eaters, they have multiple gold bounties as well. 500 on the Rise, 400 on Senna. Guess what? 700 on Angry Cupcake. He's playing so aggressively. He shouldn't be doing this, but he might get caught out.
That's true. Oh, so Zephyr might be in a bit of trouble.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
oh
Just
my!
like that.
I can't.
Just like that. 1-5 on this Jarvan. We did
just-
talk about how important he is
You just-
to make a comeback happen, but
Just Baron right now. Enemy jungler's dead. Arthur Dent's doing too much damage. Just going for the 1v1 right now onto Monkey. The flash in.
Flash collateral damage does not find the target. But guess what finds the target? Here the top side's pretty objective. Finds Peter on it. Alive and well, but oh, Ashelon tried to go for that play with the Mega Inferno Bomb. Wake OG just says, hold up, don't walk to me like that. I got a lot of CC, I got a lot of damage, especially if you're Stebby. You don't got a lot of mobility on this. So look at Bondi here with the Gale Force out. Akshan could maybe find a play. Here comes the ulti. Bondi with a lot of sustain. Karthus with the Requiem. Oh! But Dinosaur still gets the trade. Ashelon now engaged on Sir. Zerpy is there as well as Arthur Dent. Finally finding the kill. And 21-8. However, the leaders are past that point where at this point they're just warming up and they're practicing. Probably their comms, they're talking about their days. They have more than 10k gold lead on their side.
I have not seen a gold lead like this in such a long time.
No, I haven't either. No, I have not either. So
Not since the dragon gave
Red
gold
team's
instead of
turret has
buffs.
been destroyed.
That's how long it's been since I've seen a gold lead this
Red
big.
team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
yeah, it's been a gold league in under 30 minutes, mind you.
Red
That's a
team's
Baron
inhibitor has been
gone off the
destroyed.
map. Now they're setting up themselves for the soul point in under 20 seconds. Blue Eaters are looking good and they're looking dangerous. They're able to keep up this type of performance second game. It's not going to look that good for IM. They need to come up with
Yeah.
something.
Red team's
And I
turret
think I'd
has
have to
been
say I was
destroyed.
probably wrong about the Rise if he's gonna be building this way. Full tank Rise, and he becomes the initiator and the flanker. I guess it makes sense then for the team comp.
Yeah, Miles, you write songs, right?
Blue team is slain.
Sort of, yeah.
Before that, though, even Soraka barely able to sustain the Akshan there. She's able to find the shutdown. That's a 1-for-1. Both top laners are gone. Juggernaut goes in for the kill, gets rooted up.
Oh.
And now the Rise ulti comes through. Praise Juggernauts. Oh, that's the double. No way. Slap right there. Heads. Ashelon now engaged on Awake OG with Last Embrace does not find it. So Ashelon flashes away. Will be good to go. Be able to save their Nexus. Maybe they could put up a fight, but it might be over.
Yeah, it looks like it is over. Only Nexus Surge remaining. Monkey and Ashlon can do what they can to clear the way, but Baron-powered minions, the burst is just too much right now. Glue Eaters, they're gonna be dominant throughout this game. On almost... How big is that gold lead? I need some quick math. It's like a 21k gold lead.
There it is.
21k gold lead.
Miles, you write songs, right? Like you're a musician, right?
Yeah.
You love jazz. So I was wondering, here's your next challenge. Are you able to write a song about this gold gap, for instance?
Yeah.
Just write it. It could be sad. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I would do? I would get a video of that gold graph. Then I would get the Titanic flute music and add it. That's what I would do.
That's what you would do. Yeah. That's what it felt like. They were headed for the rocks, and they just crashed and burned there. And maybe in the second game it could be better for them, but who knows? Who knows? Glue Eaters are looking good. They're making great plays happen throughout the map. They're not stopping anytime soon. If you are against a team like this, you have to throw a wrench. You got to throw a big wrench into their plans. And I don't know, maybe this draft could be an opportunity for IM to do that.
Yeah, it feels like if you play standard like what IM did, that we saw what happens. You get hit by a 21k gold lead. So as you said, we need a surprise, maybe a surprise pick that could completely throw Glue Eaters off. But we'll see if IM's able to do it.
Yeah, I think we saw that they are capable of getting at least good plays happen in the early game, but just that late game and everything past 15-minute mark has been difficult and challenging for them to find any plays to utilize their carries. The only one who was doing enough damage was this Akshan. Like you could see in the gold graph. Not super bad for playing on the weak side as well on the losing side. 18k damage. So I feel like they just need to replicate that, but with better or other components, with better components.
Yeah, honestly. Change up the draft. Maybe, I mean, they tried to go for what their draft was meant for and just didn't work out. So try something else at this point, honestly. Change of plans, completely revamp, because it's on them to be able to change stuff. I think Glue Eaters will be happy to just take the same comp into the next game again.
Yep. Let's see if they're going to make it work. With that said, we're going to toss it over to Breakwool. We'll be right back with more games and maybe Imagine Mountains. They'll be able to find a comeback. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, let's take a moment, real quick, for IM. That was that was not that good, right? That was not what we wanted to see. They are 1-2, so they have won a series before. They know how to do it. They have the capability and the potential to beat Glue Eaters right now today. However, Glue Eaters coming out of the gate very strong. Hard to deal with some of the things they have done.
Yeah, pretty hard right now. Looking at the the way that game went, I don't think in my entire time in Runeterra Academy have I casted a game where a 21k gold did happen. So
But no pressure. After that, everything should feel like easy for IM. Like they had that, okay,
yeah,
fine. Like that should be the only time they do it, right?
yeah,
We got it out of the way early, guys. Early in the split.
yeah.
Everything from now should be smooth sailing. That could be what they're talking about. A little bit boost of morale for them, especially
Yeah.
right now, is what's needed.
That game's a write off if you're I am. Just pretend it never happened. You're going back to the best of one right now. You're going back to the best of one right now. You have to win this. It's always just about the next game, right? On what you're gonna decide to do. Right now.
Always about the next game, not the game before, unless
Yeah,
you're in a
exactly.
broader view. So you got to be in that mentality, Miles. You pointed it out. Now we're seeing another Zeri, Ban, GE are like, okay, you know what? We see what you could do with the Akshan. We just don't want you to do it with the Zeri.
And there we go. There we go. The Karthus banned away. I think Angry Cupcake was a bit too effective on the pick, so decided to take it away. And definitely, I do agree with that.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's a solo lane Zeri. I mean, maybe, right? Like, not even a bot lane. I think solo
Yeah,
lane
yeah, yeah.
Zeri is kind of the meta right now, too. We got Corki ban as well. Really, really good. The Karth is finally seeing that ban hammer as well as the Irelia. This should give IM some room to breathe.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll see what else Glue Eaters have in store. I'm sure they definitely have other strategies ready and waiting. They pulled that out, making sure that, other teams are wary about the kind of strats that they can pull, especially that late game. Especially, being able to play Karthus, I think, really allows them to warp the game in their favor. So we'll see what other stuff Blue Eaters have cooked up their sleeves. But I am this time they have the first pick and they can pick something that could really throw a wrench in Blue Eaters' plans.
What would that be? What would that be? Would that be maybe like an Urgot? I don't know. Urgot.
Master Yi. No, I'm just kidding.
Master
That
Yi.
would throw anyone's plans off.
Volley there.
To be honest.
Yeah, Mastery, the Dust Blake build, just going zooming around.
Okay.
You're invisible, and that is maybe they're gonna be the Jinx.
Okay, I like this. I like this.
Take this gunslinger or rocket slinger. Fix that, but
There's-
yeah, it's a B1 pick, Miles. It's a good B1 pick, and
It's a
might
good
be
B1 pick.
The wrench that we're talking about throwing in the plan.
Yep, definitely. Jinx, one of the highest rated ADCs right now. Currently, extremely high win rate both in solo queue and in pro play. Definitely a pick that you would like to see. And looks like Glue Eaters, they're trying to hover over the Seraphine, so maybe deciding to fight the Jinx with longer range. And looks like Graves is going to get picked again. And why not? It was
not?
very effective in Arthur Dent's hands last time in the top lane, even though he did try and go in very hard a few times and gave his life for it. But you know what? He was able to farm up. He was able to still be effective, so it didn't really matter. Those stats didn't really matter.
Yeah, Graves had Akshan's number that game in the top lane, but every time he got into the vicinity of getting that kill, he was just like, oops, big oops. Akshan is just hella mobile, and I'm not. I got collateral damage, but it's not enough. We got Nautilus and Jinx in the bot lane. Hello, I am. It looks like they're really indexing on that heavy team fight and damage.
Yeah. Looks like they are. Jinx is also an ADC that can technically
Zach,
be left
please,
alone.
Sorry,
Oh, wait.
Miles, but Zach, please pick Zach. Please pick Zach.
Oh, they're going for it.
Yes, dude. Yes. Yes. I love this pick. Dude, I'm sorry I'm overhyping it, but come on. It's a Zach. I love Zach. Especially this elo. Okay, in lower elo, not a lot of people could know how to play, or they don't know how to play into the Zach. In this elo, you could do a lot, and that's exactly what we want. You want surprise. You want people to, or your glue eaters to scratch their heads and be like, what just hit me right now out of nowhere? You know?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Zach is one of those junglers that can get around Vision very well, right? Because he can use his slingshot to launch outside of Vision and give you the surprise factor that you were talking about, as you said. And especially, I think he would be targeting towards the bot lane because there is so much CC in the bot lane with Nautilus and Jinx with her traps, of course, and with the Nautilus hook. That will allow him to possibly give the Jinx a lot more resources and the Jinx
Yeah.
to snowball. And once the Jinx starts to snowball, things end up being bad for the enemy team.
I don't think it's ever good. I don't think it ever ends up being good for the enemy team if you see on the other side this Rocket Slinger just snowballing out of control, right? You're always like, okay,
Yeah.
that's a Jinx. Can we just FF this? But it's a stream game, so you really can't, right? It's a good sportsman. Like,
I mean, you
not a-
technically can. It's in the rules that you can. FF.
Really? I did
Yeah,
not know
yeah,
that.
It is. It is. You can. But team pride and all that. Plus, it gives you time to work out what you want to do in the next game. Unfortunately for IM though, there is no next game. They have to make sure that they need to win this.
Best of one
the-
now.
Yeah, they have to win this one right now. Otherwise, they're out of this series, and GE continues their streak. But maybe they can put a stop to this. Who knows? Especially with this kind of team comp that's very simple to execute, right? It's not going to
Yeah.
be hard if you're going for a team fight comp where you just have to basically play together as a unit, be that 5-man death ball, right? Against a team comp that possibly looks a lot harder to pilot. You have the Rakan, you have the Seraphine, you have the Graves. We'll see what else GE decides to ban. They decide to ban the Vigor and the Tryndamere, taking that away as well. Definitely makes sense because Tryndamere is very annoying to play against, especially if you're going for picks like a Seraphine, like a Xin Zhao. I think the Seraphine may end up going to the bot lane.
Yeah, maybe double poke comp, maybe not double poke, but having that poke Seraphine APC with Rakan. Rakan is not a champion in laning phase, right? Especially into the Nautilus, it's gonna be hard. But outside of laning phase, they will be super crucial.
Speaking of basic, there we go.
Oh man, Malphite. You know what it is? This is the heavyweights from the blue side going into the lightweight. Xin Zhao, this is featherweight champion here. We got Graves, we got Seraphine, all the squishy targets. And you look over at the blue side, it's just like it's heavyweights. They're going blow for blow. The front line is looking good. They're looking tanky. They're looking to withstand a lot of that damage coming out from GE.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see what pick they decide to round this out with. Looks like it's gonna be the Vex. So press R to win comp right here, right now for IM. And we'll see if they're gonna be able to pull off. It's very easy to execute comp, right? If you go into the team fight, Zac goes in, Malphite goes in, Vex goes in, Nautilus goes in, and Jake stays back. That's basically how it's gonna go.
Jinx just has to literally, if you're Jinx, you're on cloud 9 right now. And I don't mean the team. I mean, this is the phrase saying. Because you got so many peelers in the team. Malphite is an engaged, good front line. Nautilus is able to be in the front line as well. Zac is going to distract the enemies from getting to you. So Jinx just going to have a field day with this comp.
Yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, on Blue Eater's side, we have a bit more of a. I'd say they definitely have the potential for a 5v5 as well, but it looks like the damage is going to be coming from the Victor and the Graves, not necessarily ADC. Where it looks like Seraphine will be taking that APC role. That last time IM took the Ziggs in there, but Seraphine on APC gives so much sustain to her team, right, and allows for such a long range engage. There are ways for Glue Eaters to be able to disrupt the engage on IM, but they have to be able to execute it perfectly because IM, they just have to press one button.
Yeah, that's it. Press R to win. Vex, guess what? Shadow Surge, Malphite, Unstoppable Force. Zac goes in just bouncing around like a bouncing house. Like, who cares about what Zac is doing at that point? Nautilus, Dredge Line, it's a great getaway, especially late game, if the lineup from GE do make an overstep and a mistake. They're walking in a place they don't have vision. Guess what? That Dredge Line is going to be huge. Jinx is always going to be with the safe mind that, okay, I got so many frontliners. All I have to do is just not get attacked by Zen. I should be chilling, but Rakan is the only threat on this Jinx. If Rakan is able, with the quickness, to get all the way to the back line, if Nautilus fails to kind of peel away the Rakan, then that's the only time where I feel like, okay, yeah, Jinx is in a lot of trouble. But guess what? She's not the only carry in this team. There's so much other damage elsewhere on the map, and I'm looking at Vex right now.
Yeah, Vex definitely has a lot of burst. She can definitely nuke targets very easily, especially squishy targets like the Seraphine and Rakan and Xin Zhao. Graves maybe not as much, and Victor might end up being. I think Victor can also be vulnerable, so definitely something to look out for. Glue Eaters when fighting, their spacing has to be immaculate this game. Their flanks have to be immaculate this game as well. Their skirmishing has to be on point. as I said, this time they're the ones who kind of need to make things happen in the early game as well, because in the 5v5 they can still win out on the 5v5. They do have the sustain to it, but it's a lot harder for them to be able to execute, right? I think when it comes to a fight between these two teams, it's even technically because they both have backline damage dealers in the Victor and the Jinx. It's just that Glue Eaters is harder to execute.
Yeah, Glue Eater's much higher skill ceiling, right? That you need to be on point. Synergy has to be there. Like you said, the timing has to be impeccable on your engages. You got a lot of squishies on your side. Like going back to that point, we're looking at heavyweights from the blue side and just lightweights from GE. Like they could just fall if you just push them, right? Because Xin Zhao, yes, he has that ulti, but if he is the only frontline essentially besides Rakan, then that's it's not a good look for them. Like who else is taking all that damage coming out from Jinx? And mind you, Jinx already does great into heavy set champions. Now into squishies. It's like I said, I'm repeating myself here, but it's gonna be field day for this Jinx and this is their chance to take a game away from Glue Eaters. They just need to show up for the game and execute it perfectly, or at least semi-perfectly, for them to win this game.
Yeah, definitely. I like the fact that they did change up their what they're trying to go for. They decided to just go for a easy to execute 5v5 team fight comp that should theoretically be easier to play with than the Glue Eater comp. I think that's the basic premise that we have right now. Jinx is definitely going to be the win Kong, with Vex as the secondary damage dealer. Meanwhile, on the other side, I'm looking at Xin Zhao to start things up early. We saw Angry Cupcake on the Karthus just whiling away, farming away, but this time he has to get in on the action immediately.
He immediately has to be there on the Zac. That level 3 is huge, right? Getting out of that vision and jumping in. Like we said, Jinx also has to be good early. The early bird gets the worm here, and that's the name of the game for IM. If they really want to pull off a win here, they need to show up really early, prepared for any oncoming invades as well. Mind you, that Seraphine, Graves, Rakan, they might be able to pull off a late invade if they want to throw a wrench at IM.
They have to be expecting that. They have to be expecting that. Glue Eaters strikes me as the type of team that would try to pull that off.
Yeah.
Because if you can cheese early with this team comp, things will be going good for you going into the early game.
And we're talking about that. If we had channel points, Miles, which one were you going to be predicting?
If I had channel points, honestly, from what Blue Eater showed me, I would probably predict them just because how dominant they looked in the last game. Even though I do like Imagine Mountains team comp a lot, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go with Blue Eaters.
Okay, you're going with the safe side. You're not going for the risky.
You're going for the risky side, aren't you?
I'm gonna go for the risky side, bro.
You
Why
just-
not? We'll get the one
The
life to
Zac
live, bro. Why not
tempted
be the
him.
risk?
The Zac just poisoned his mind.
That's it. I see the Zac. I'm all in, bro. I got 900 at some points. I need to get more points. But if I flip this, I'm the king of all profits. Everybody
true.
else, you guys are heading to your channel points. With that said, though, we're gonna take a short break. We'll be right back with some more action between IM versus GE. Stay tuned. Hello from California, but hey, in a minute, Stabby goes all out here. I just said
30 seconds
California,
until
and he was just like,
minions
hold up,
spawn.
let me throw that dredge line in there. Let me see what I can get. Wake. Gotta be careful here, my friend. Crazy Juggernaut is around the corner, and what did he start with? He started with, oh, he didn't start with anything. That's a pro move. You don't want to level anything up yet. That's a pro move right there.
That is such a pro move. Crazy Juggernaut. We'll see what we'll see. We talk about them going for late invade on the other side, but it's IM that decided to pull the trigger first. And good stuff from them.
Minions
The
have
mid laner
spawned.
not having the flash is huge. Nautilus not having flash doesn't really matter. He has Hex Flash to do his engages. And if he gets caught out, well, it's a Nautilus. It's his job to get caught out. But Sir Zephyr is now in a condition where he could get easily ganked by Crazy Juggernaut, who can gank him from out of vision. So he has to play this lane a lot more carefully than he probably would if he did have the flash.
And we're seeing something interesting happening here. Arthur Dent is here and against Dinosaur. He does have that vision. He's not going to contest for the blue. I think he just dropped the word to see where this Zac is going to be at all times, just to be able to track the jungle, which is absolutely crucial in games like this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, vision is the most important thing in the early game, right? Being able to track the enemy jungler and know where he is, to know where your opponents are deciding to make the play. It's Dinosaur and Arthur Dent. Arthur Dent's gonna be shooting into a brick wall right now, with Dinosaur just happy to take every single sort of punishment that he can dish out.
Let's see if he can dish it out and be able to take it back in as well. As an early start, the regular start from Xin Zhao, but this time is really interesting. He's rushing bot at this point. Dredge line comes out. Wake OG's in a lot of trouble. Pops the Guardian to stay alive. I mean, it already procs by itself. But pay attention to how Angry Cupcake is rotating. He did his red, jumped straight to his blue. This is a sign that he wants to get the bot as ASAP.
Yeah, definitely. Or he wants the 3 buff. Oh wait, did he? Was he able to get the... Or did they decide to go for the invade?
No.
My mind just completely went blank.
No, he didn't.
I think it's
He
just 2 though.
Yeah,
Okay,
he just got 2 buffs, got the Grump. He's level 3 right now, and he just wants to go for this bot lane play. However, he doesn't realize he's going to get spotted by this ward, early ward that is in that bush. So he has to he already popped his sweeping, so it's going to be unlikely for him to pull off this gank. He was just around the corner just in case a fight broke out. They know that Zac is over the top side right now, that they're just chilling.
Yeah, I think he's going to be able to get the Skull Crab at least for a trouble though, so some control over there on the bot side of the map. Meanwhile, Crazy Juggernaut just continuing his full clear at the moment, making sure he can get as strong as possible before he tries to make a play. I'm not probably going to go towards the top lane since Arthur Dent is there. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get the kill though, if they do have enough damage, but it is the early game, and tanks at this stage, they're hard to kill and they hit hard as well.
Yeah. Gotta be careful. Tanks, and especially in the early game, they got the CC, they got the sustainability. You don't have enough damage to deal with them just yet. Dinosaur here on the 1v1. I wonder how that's gonna pan out for this Malphite, because Arthur Dent does have built-in movement in his kit to be able to deal with unstoppable force. Seeing that, he goes all in on the 1v1. We're looking steady right now. Dinosaur goes all in, popping for coupling forces to stay alive. But Arthur goes back in. Maybe with auto gets the first one. The outplay here on the top side. Crazy Juggernaut is here to alleviate some of the pressure with the blue buff. He goes all in. Arthur Dent running corners.
No way.
He's breaking ankles. He's breaking ankles.
Oh
Arthur
my
Dent
God.
breaking ankles. Denting your ankles here at this point. Crazy Juggernaut is going to get engaged on. This is a Zac passive. It's not going to proc. He's going to get away there. He's going to jump out. But, oh, no, not like this. Angry Cupcake is here to salvage the play. But wait a minute, Stubby is here. This is a fiesta and a half. Wake OG goes down. And Angry Cupcake goes down right now. 2-1. What a great start.
Oh my gosh, that was a interesting series of events that happened right there over in the top lane. First 1v1 between Dinosaur and Arthur Dent, where Arthur Dent completely outplayed his opponent. Dinosaur didn't know it was coming, flashed in by Arthur Dent. Not able to get his abilities off in time to get the kill in the bush. And Great Juggernaut just couldn't follow up. Meanwhile here, Wake OG trying to get more. There's no flash on this Malphite.
No flash, Malphite. Are you going to be able to survive this one? Arthur Dent
He does.
barely manages to scratch him a little bit, but Dinosaur is going to live. Not a bad play by all means. despite not having flash. So he gets to live now, and you do see Stebby is not in the bot lane, nowhere to be found there. He's in fact going toward the top side, trying to help out this Rock.
Yeah, both supports know that their ADCs don't really... Their ADCs aren't going to kill each other. To be honest, it's just going to be an island down there in the bot lane with Senna and Jinx just deciding to farm up. Shake hands, you know.
Boy.
Talk about tilt over in zone.
Can't believe
No.
I just did that.
That's
But-
what they're going to do.
Honestly, into the Seraphine, I think it's Seraphine favored, right? Because I don't think Jinx has the range to do with the Seraphine, so he's just going to be able to eat up those abilities and not be able
Yeah.
to say anything about it.
Yeah, plus if Jinx decides to go for a harass. Oh, wait, we have a bit of a play possibly going up here.
Oh, here comes a Zac after a pool party. He's going to freshen
Ah.
up with the gank, but does not pull it off successfully.
Arthur Dent with the Jedi senses, knowing that something could be coming, not sure where the enemy jungler was, and made the correct call to be wary of a gank coming in. And his efforts rewarded by living and making sure that he's absorbing pressure for the rest of his team to be able to use on the other side of the map.
Speaking of pressure, we talked a little bit about this. Seraphine APC, do we like it or do we hate it?
I mean, with this team comp, I think it works.
Because
I
they
think
got-
I think this team comp it works because you know you already have your damage dealers from Arthur Dent. Oh wait, before I can talk
Speaking of
more.
the damage dealers, Waco G finds the opportunity to go in. Echelon now under low HP, but Stebby pulls him back right in. The root is good. Waco G gonna eat away. Bondi's there as well. The poke is connecting. Echelon is low. Not in range to ult. Oh, there it is. The Encore does not connect. Echelon lives. Monkey tries to use the Shadow Surge to go in now. He has to flash for the kill. Waco G. Bondi pops the heal to stay alive. And they're just gonna walk away. What a scrappy fight.
Yeah, these players are showing off their hands right now. The reflexes are on point for both sides. Being able to try and outplay each other like that. Ashlon almost ended up dying, but he was aware that the ultimate was coming and flashed immediately as soon as he saw it. That's one of the things that you will die if you try to react to that. So you have to know it's coming. So really good from Ashlon to be able to tell.
Yeah. Echelon like knew as soon as Bonnie got to level 6 that Encore, guess what? It's gonna knock your door. Gonna knocking on your door. It says, "Hello, can I come in? Can I come in for some food?"
I think that's really what separates the high elo players from the low elo players. The fact that they know they are able to predict what's coming and react accordingly instead of like they wait for the visual and then they react, because that way you just die immediately.
Yeah, no, that especially as the Jinx, especially as a squishy on your team, you have to be careful of things like that. You gotta have your intuition, like we saw Arthur Dent over the top side. He had his intuition. He survived because of that. Echelon, he had his intuition. He survived because of that. And now Bondi with not having the flash or heal. Oh wait a minute. Oh yeah, they can't even contest this. Waco G gonna get knocked up, but he just eased away over the wall. And Angry Cupcake was there to help out his support.
Oh, so he's Zephyr.
And this is a Malphite 2v1. A Monkey is here around the corner. Does not have flash though or Shadow Surge, but Dinosaur just picks up the kill. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy, and Angry Cupcake is here for the share. Flashes for the kill. Stebby now gonna get low, but here comes the engage. Elastic slingshot right in the middle, and the Q is good. And they're bubbling it up. They're bubbling it up, and Bondi's now getting very low. Gonna bite the dust, and that's a quick double from Monkey. IMR in this game to win.
Yep, they are definitely doing good stuff, reacting to the plays accordingly, and that was a really beautiful hit, a slingshot onto the backline by Crazy Juggernaut, able to get them all stunned up and ready for Monkey to follow up on.
I just love seeing the Zac bounce around like that and actually hit an enemy. I hate seeing the Zac bounce around like an idiot around the map, not connecting those.
no.
But Monkey might get solo killed here. Does not have the flash. Sir Zerper realizes he smells blood. He goes in and he's like, "Let me get this kill, please!" And he does.
No, Monkey overextended quite a bit, fortunately. His opponent was right there before he could go for the back. Got a bit greedy, tried to push the lane, and got punished for it. So the shutdown going over to the victor, definitely not what you want to see. And now things are still even across the board, but it's actually Glue Eaters in the lead continually again, just from the farm, and this time it's from Arthur Dent on the top lane.
Arthur Dent making all sorts of dents in the top lane. Dinosaur, despite Roman, he's been able barely to keep up in terms of gold. to this Graves. He has literally this Malphite has 2 kills, 2 assists, and guess what? He's still behind. So
Yeah,
that's not
Malphite.
good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not like you pick the Malphite to be able to lane, right? Oh wait, more coming.
The ultis. That's a great look from IEM. They're finding the HP bars and they're making it lower. And Zach's gonna proc the passive, but Shadow Surge will find the double yet again from Monkey, who's just all over the map.
I'm not sure why they decided to force to force that Rift Herald like that. They could have honestly just given it away because they had no position, they had no real vision, and they were surrounded completely by the enemy team, and they tried to force something, tried to outplay Angry Cupcake and Sir Zephyr. It is not their day today, or at least it's not their game today to be able to do that.
Yeah. And it's funny because, oh wait a minute, Unstoppable Force does find this opportunity. Oh,
no,
the trap
no.
right under the turret. Dinosaur, what are you doing?
Oh no! Dinosaur just pulled an Arthur Dent.
He just he just pulled an Arthur Den. Love to hear that. I mean, not the turret has been S plus today. The turret has been S plus on the red side. He's just protecting everybody who dares to dive their champion.
MVP turret. What can you say?
Yeah. What can you say, really, man?
That was just so unfortunate for Dinosaur, though. He thought he had the burst damage to kill, but it's a Seraphine. She has shielding, she has healing, she has everything she needs to survive, and she has stuns too to keep you under turret. What can you do?
I mean, you cannot do that. That's for sure.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
cannot just dive in like that. And now, speaking of that, though, here comes Stebby. He's airborne. He has nowhere to go. The lockdown is there. CC is there. And Mega Death Rocket delivers some of that pressure. Zach goes bouncy in the back line, but he's not going to get knocked up himself. And he has nowhere to go. The engage is looking strong from Glue Eaters. They're just going to route the enemies away, and it's a 7-7 scoreline.
Oh my gosh. The Jinx Rocket was ineffective. It went straight into Xin Zhao's ulti, so it didn't affect anyone. That is so sad. And with the death, with the death of Stebby, I mean he's still just level 6, so he's gonna be back immediately. It's just a 1-for-1 trade, but the dragon is up, and that means it's going to be the side of Glue Eaters who will have the vision line over to their side, and it will have to be IM who has to face check into it, which is extremely dangerous. But you know what? You have a Zac, you have a Nautilus. Things should be fine.
Yeah, you could just anything. Anytime you have a Zac, you need to know that, okay, 50-50 smite is always a probability. You have to be careful about that, especially now 20 seconds on the clock for this.
There's also a Malphite.
Mountain Drake.
You can just charge into the into the Drake. Charge
in
into
the
the
same
Drake.
spot, in the same spot as
No.
Ally got caught. He's gonna get caught himself. Has to flash away. Stay barely alive, and now Zac Elastic Signal. Is he gonna take it in? He's gonna go in.
Plating will soon
Doesn't want any
fall.
smoke because Arctic Den is around the corner.
Yeah, he's gonna have the same slot in time for when they start up the dragon. But Monkey, not having his flash is gonna hurt for this fight right now. Dinosaur doing what he can, but Victor not the right target. Armor not built to take that. They're gonna go.
Elastic Slingshot goes in and he gets this spot. Are you kidding me? And now they're looking at a good point, but the Echo, or not Echo, the man, I forgot. I'm denting it up right now. But Bondi does manage to land multiple on the ulti. Knockup is good. Unstoppable Force as well. He's gonna flash out of that one. Dinosaur's not looking that healthy, but at least he managed to get a trade. That's a 3-for-1 so far. And Glue Eaters are gonna come out on top, make that 1-for-4. And what the heck was that name, man? I'm trying to remember. Short to memory, bro. Encore, not Echo, man. Freaking
Yeah,
Encore.
It's the Encore.
My God, that was a great Encore, though. To say
Yeah,
the
it
least.
was really good. And well, having an ADC doesn't matter if your Graves is able to just do that, continue to sustain and continue to fight from the front line. Arthur Dent showing how much damage he can give, how sturdy of a frontliner he can be on this champion. 2-0-3, absolutely dominating right now.
I mean, this is just exactly what happened last game, Miles, right? Last game we were just chilling, and we were actually seeing IM find the lead somehow, right? But now, guess what? They weren't even in the lead, because there's always at least 1k gold or like 500 gold discrepancy in favor of Glue Eaters, and now that lead has gone tremendously in their favor. Now it's looking like a wallet gap almost in the making.
This is how things started too. This is how things continue to expand. It's just that Glue Eaters, when they get a lead, they know how to stretch it. They know how to get more and more and more. You give them an inch, they will take a mile.
What was that?
One of those. Yeah, well, one of those people right now taking everything is Arthur Dent. He's just getting stronger and stronger. I don't think Dinosaur, even though he's a Malphite, will be able to go toe on toe with this guy very soon.
Yeah. I mean, grant this Hall Breaker, Graves, or the top lane, right?
Yep.
So he has a lot of that one-to-one capability into this lane. Into his lane counterpart, Dinosaur is level 9. Arthur Dent is level 11. 9-11 and 11-9. Arthur Dent is on the 1v1. 2 levels ahead in the bot lane. Here we
wait.
go. And engage happen to Bouncy House. Zach goes all out here in the bot lane. Now TPs are called upon. Encore does line step. He has a flash sidestep, but it's not good enough. And there it is. Last time around, they make it just look so easy, man. They make it look so easy. Blue Eaters, what's working for them so far?
It's just no one can get bursted down. Seraphine continues to just sustain her entire enemy team. They tried to go for Bondi, but they're just able to peel them away using the ultimate from the Xin Zhao. And then once the Encore hits, everyone is stunned up perfectly every single time. Bondi knows how to angle them, and they just get taken down. Gets CC'd and Ashlon gets taken down as well. So Zephyr ending up with the kill, continuing to stack up that Dark Seal, and Blue Eater.
Dinosaur, what are you doing here? Arthur Dent does have the collateral damage. Be careful.
Yeah, this dinosaur is going extinct, let me tell you.
Man. So far, though, it has been very action-packed. But, you know, IM are still in the race. They did have a good start to this game. They just need to translate that into some macro wins. Speaking of that, Sebi goes in, but he's going to get knocked up instantly by that Rakan.
Backline.
Downtown. Monkey does find Wake. Gets rooted up as well, but Chris Juggernaut goes down, doesn't have the passive on the Zac. Feels bad, man. Monkey is just going executioner mode. What is he doing? But Bond is going to pick up the kill. 17-9. Blue Eaters are looking strong.
Yeah, that was a desperate play by IM. They know they're behind. They know they're in a lot of trouble right now. They know they're getting outscaled by the Graves. Ashlans, even though it's a hyper carry as the Jinx, nowhere near the amount of power this top laner has right now. And they tried to go for something, but just not enough burst to take anyone down, unfortunately. And this is Wake OG extremely slippery on the Rakan. It's just so hard to be able to catch him out. And while the damage dealer Monkey was trying to get onto the back line, the rest were just taking down the front line.
The front line that we talked about, I praised heavily the front line from IM. You know, saying that this is heavyweight versus lightweight, and oh boy, did they shut me up so fast.
The lightweight are just running circles around the heavyweight right now.
Yeah, this is featherweight division right now. Heavyweight does not matter. You could be having tanky stats. You could have steel caps. Does not matter. Speaking of that, though, Ashlon's going to get routed. Praise Juggernaut might get stunned up here. Here comes Wake. He's going to look for the quickness. He does have it available as well as the flash. They're not going to find the play just yet. They just threaten the enemy. They just look at him wrong. And they're like, don't come here again. Thanks.
Yeah, right now, Graves already with 2 items. Seraphine 2 items as well. Completed Archangel. Meanwhile, on the other side, only 1 item completed. They are so far behind. The Referral's going to go down. I'm not sure they're going to be able to stop the siege. They don't have really any range. They don't have too much wave clear as well. Besides the Jinx rockets, but still, it's going to be hard. They're going for more.
There's one way out there. We're going to go all the way in. They do find a lot of targets here, though. Look at the HP bars. Damage is pouring on him. Dinosaur, after using the ult, he has to really walk out. He is the rock. The team needs him to stay alive. Ashelon now going to get engaged on the state DC. Don't want to be caught up in the wrong spot. Sir Zepre is ahead of himself here a little bit, but Wake does not find the knockup. Monkey might be able to get the live here. Does not have the fear, but the Ignite is dropped on him. And there it is. Sir Zepre finds one. That's 2 for nothing. And the engage just bites him back in the ass.
I feel so bad for Ashlon. Whenever he tries, he's free firing and trying to do what he can. Stutter stepping to make sure he's alive, firing onto the enemy team. But it all gets absorbed by the Xin Zhao ultimate. Angry Cupcake is not allowing him to do any damage to his own team. It's so hard to play ADC right now. I think Bondi might be dead though.
And Bondi, maybe they could have a consolation prize with Bondi. He does have $450 gold bounty on his head, and there it is. The Zac finds that one, first kill for him in the game at 20 minutes in.
Yeah, that's not how I really want things to go.
I'm so excited for the Zac too, man. But you're into a Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao has the early lead on you no matter what. You're just looking to scale up, provide that front line for your team. maybe make good plays happen. We saw glimpses of that from IM,
Yeah.
but they're not consistent, to say the least.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, honestly, and it's just really good responses too coming from Blue Eaters when it came to whatever Crazy Juggernaut wanted to do. It was either he was read like a book throughout this game, honestly. Especially when he tried to go top lane towards Arthur Dent, and Arthur Dent just didn't give him a single opportunity. Except for that one time where there was that chaos in the top lane, but we don't talk about that one.
Yeah, we don't talk about that one. Ignore that one. Maybe if we have recap of what happens, that could be funny moments there for that recap of the highlights.
Put the Benny Hill theme music while that was happening.
Or you're talking about the Titanic music.
No,
That should be for the whole game for IM for last game. Ensemble Force does connect, but this is their opportunity.
Play the Titanic music.
Gonna get caught up. The TP is still here though. Monkey, look at his HP bar. He's gonna get zapped almost away. But Arthur Dent is here, ladies and gentlemen. Strapping your C's. He's ready to break your ankles. Dinosaur is like, okay, I don't want this smoke. I'm gonna run away. Please let me
my
live.
God.
Arthur Dent has 2 stacks or 2 bullets available. Does have collateral damage as well, and a flash. Opts not to go all out just yet.
That's when you play the Titanic theme music for Sir Zapper right there on the Victor after you get absolutely rolled like that.
Yeah.
That's so unfortunate. Meanwhile, for the top lane, I think the Benny Hill theme music would have been good.
That doesn't get it. Yeah, man. I mean, we have to also shout out to turrets, man. Shout out to turrets this game.
Yeah, MVP turrets. This series, the turret is the MVP.
Yeah, MVP. I have to give it to the red side turrets.
Oh, wait.
Ozan Encore does connect over 2 members. They're all charmed under the spell of the Seraphine's beautiful voice. But Monkey is here. Does have the Shadow Surge coming up shortly. Zach passes by some time. Arthur Dent from the sideways flank goes all out, and that is the kill. The 4th one for him in the game. They're just going one after the other. 23-12. 22 minutes in. This is so bloody, and Blue Eaters are in the lead.
11,000 gold lead right now for the side of Glue Eaters. They're definitely not eating glue today. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Going
no,
stronger and
they're
stronger.
They're
They
gonna
had a
eat
good
some
meal
good
today.
food. Yeah, they're gonna have
Yeah, they had a
not
good meal.
glue.
Yeah, they had a good meal today. You can obviously tell just from the way they're playing. And right now, they're going to be able to get the Baron. Another avenue to get a bigger gold lead for themselves. And there's only a few towers remaining between them and the enemy Nexus. Once they get the Baron, they can start to fall back, buy more items, then continue to get control over the rest of the enemy's territory. There's not much they can do. The towers are not... There aren't any towers. The inhibitor on the mid lane... The inhibitor turret on the mid lane is almost dead. And Arthur Dent, he has no fear.
Arthur Dent has no fear. This man... I wonder what he's scared about. Dinosaurs absolutely. This is that one of Slash Extinction. Around the wall. Crazy Juggernaut wants this opportunity, but a great maneuver there with the... that's ingenious. That's clever. Impressive. I'm impressed. But guess what?
No
this
way.
1v3
No
Arthur
way.
Dent. Are you able to do this? Are you crazy? You are inhuman, my friend. How are you able to stay alive so long? Stebby's here with the treasure line. He finds a double kill. Arthur Dent is still alive for somehow, some way. And Wake OG... They might pull a re-engage here because Zerpy is around the corner as well. An Angry Cupcake, they're going to pull the huge flag from the behind enemy lines. And there it is. Stebby gets knocked up on a lot of an attack. Will bite the dust. He clocks out. 27-13, ladies and gentlemen.
Just 2 words, Arthur Dent. I can't believe he survived that law. He was fighting off the enemy team 1v3 on his own. I know it's a Graves, but still.
Yeah, man.
I just can't. I just can't.
I just can't even right now.
I cannot.
I cannot.
Yeah, basically, that's my reaction at this
I need
point.
to breathe, bro. What is oxygen at this point?
I need to get you a tank sometime or something. With games going like this every single time.
Yeah, dude. What is that? Like more than 40 kills? I don't know.
Yep, and now it's basically a 14k gold lead for the side of Blue Eaters. We're basically back to where we started in game 1, unfortunately. And it looks like it's not going to stop anytime soon. The dragon is up and running. It is a Cloud Soul, so I wouldn't say it's as impactful. Their team gets it. Oh wow, Arthur Dent.
Yeah.
Just dashes onto the enemy backline into the face of 5 members.
My goodness, man. I mean, this is just such a colossal lead they have first game was like already monumental. This one, you're like, okay, I'm impressed, but I'm just like in shock at the, at the sheer dominance they have created. Especially when you look at IM, they didn't make a lot of mistakes early on, and somehow Blue Eaters were able to find themselves a lead. And you said it best, Miles. Not only they were able to find a lead, they kept that lead. They stretched it out to the fullest extent.
Yeah, pretty much. As I said before, you give them an inch, they will take everything, and they're taking everything right now. The jungle creeps, the turrets, the minions. It's just all. This is the moment. You know the meme, "All your base are belong to me." That very old meme.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm
Ah,
zoned out
dang
right
it,
now.
I'm such a
I'm
boomer.
catching up. I'm catching up on some oxygen.
I'm
So
such.
my,
I'm
my
such a
brain is at
boomer.
half capacity.
Oh god, I'm such a boomer. Start
How's-
with the
how- how's
StarCraft
that-
reference.
Oh man, I don't even want to ask how old you are, Miles. I don't even want to. I don't even want to ask. You're gonna hit me with some triple digits on that one.
Triple digits. Yeah, I was alive in the 1800s. I remember when George Washington crossed the Nile or something like that.
Oh man, you probably were the first one to see. Oh wait a minute, before we get into the logistics here they come. Eaters. We find a great engage. Ronco only does connect onto the Zac.
Oh,
The back line.
no,
Monkey
no,
does find one. Wake is history. Stebby is there around the corner for the knockup. Does find the 800 gold bounty. Bondi is still alive and well, finding a route onto this lock. Sir Zerpy on the 1v1. Monkey's in a lot of trouble. We'll say goodbye, and that's a big adios. This is the Glue Eaters, ladies and gentlemen. They will make a dent because they are the heavy hitters. They might even pull off a win here.
They might. Just might. There's a chance they will. It's looking really likely right now. With all the CC going up their way, they're stunned forever. And right now, Arthur Dent's just having... It's like shooting fish in the barrels, as they say. Just waiting for the minions to come up. And right now, there's not much they can do. Stubby and Ashlon are up. But even then, what can you really do against the onslaught of Blue Eaters right now?
Oh my
The
god, that's a
kill.
triple for Arthur. Are you kidding me? That's another ace back to back. No breaks for IM. And this is just really sensational stuff from Blue Eaters. But Monkey wants to put a dent in that plan, a wrench in that plan, finds one now, buying enough time. Sir Zerpy has all his attention, but not too long. He finds that kill pretty quick. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, been Glue Eaters back to back with the heavy heaters, or heavy hitters. Wow, another knockup. This is just GG.
Yeah, this GG. They're just
Blue Eaters are wearing wife beaters. Better turn up the hitter. Oh my god, the unstoppable force.
Wait,
Wait a
wait.
minute. Arthur then has to be careful. He's very low on HP. Still finding the kills though. Surgery around the corner, staying alive.
Okay.
And another
It's
one
over.
bites the dust. Ashelon and the Fountain left lonesome. They're gonna go for that kill. They're greeting for it, and that is GG, ladies and gentlemen. Blue Eaters take away the win.
Okay. Man, that was almost a throw right there. As soon as I saw almost all of them get hit by the Malphite ultimate, but unfortunately, they just couldn't make it through. They just couldn't. They just couldn't. They just didn't have enough damage. There was no one who could do it. Unfortunately, I think Ashlon was dead during that time, and even though it was a great effort from IM, just wasn't enough. Blue Eaters just absolutely dominant performance from them. I don't even have words to describe how far ahead they got in each game.
Yeah, man, I hope that was a hype series, though, no matter what, both ways. And I hope you guys enjoyed from home on a Monday. I know it's the start of the week, but we're in this together. That means we're one week away. Next week, we'll see another series. But we're approaching almost the midpoint in Runeterra Academy senior class, right? So it's do or die for a lot of these teams. And Glue Eaters, they're undefeated right now. I think they've only dropped one game so far. So with a team like this, you got to
People
try
better be
everything.
studying that game. People better be studying that game. Their life
Oh,
depends on it to see what the heck happened. How did you beat these guys? Because it's
Yeah.
looking really impossible right now.
How do you even do it? Like, I am. It's not like they did bad in the beginning. They did great. You could see the goal lead up in that 10-minute mark. They look like to be in the driver's seat, but then some things happened. The stock went down and kept going down. And at that 15-minute mark, it was just irreversible. And at 20-minute, 25 minutes, just huge goal lead for IM. Sorry, huge deficit for IM and a great goal lead for Glue. And I think that's just trademark for them. Every lead they get, they seem to milk it all the way to the finish line. They make the most out of it. So, with that said, though, Miles, any last words? We conclude the series today.
Yeah, I want to see how Glue Eaters perform when they're behind, actually, to see what
Yeah.
they'll be able to do in that regard. But so far, it looks like they just haven't been put in that situation. If you're that dominant, maybe eventually they'll be forced to face that reality. But today is not that day, my friend. Today is not that day.
Yep, today is not that day, but maybe another day for IEM. At least kudos to them for showing up, for putting um,
An
great effort.
entertaining series. It was
Yeah, it was
entertaining
definitely.
from them.
It was so entertaining, and thank you guys Twitch chat for opening your open arms and allowing us to cast yet another time. Miles David just got out of the shower, but this is my default skin, no suit and tie today, but happy to be here. Thank you for Runeterra Academy once again for this opportunity, and Wookie Monster behind the scenes. Thanks to him as well, and see you guys next week for senior class Mondays. We'll see which team is going to be. Stay tuned for the announcement. If you haven't followed yet, make sure to follow Twitter and the Twitch to stay tuned for any upcoming updates. Tomorrow will be more games, the next day as well. Thank you guys once again. It's been my pleasure. My name is Proof. You guys could follow me on Twitter at ProofCast. And Miles David, can they follow you?
You can follow me either on Twitch, MouseDavid711, or on Twitter at MouseDavid17.
All right. Do it, guys. We appreciate all the follows. I mean, I'll follow you guys back. Whatever. See you guys later. Good night. Have a good one. Peace.